Don't waste another year of your life. There comes a moment in every person's life when reality hits harder than any failure, harder than any rejection, harder than any disappointment. It's the moment when you suddenly realize that time has passed, and you didn't move forward. Another year is gone. 12 months. 365 days. Thousands of hours. Moments that will never return. And when you look at your life, you ask yourself a painful question. Where did the time go? Maybe you had goals. Maybe you had dreams. Maybe you had plans written somewhere in a notebook or saved on your phone. You promised yourself that this would be the year everything changed. You promised yourself you would start that business. You would get in shape. You would build better habits. You would chase the dream you've been thinking about for years. But somehow, life got in the way. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. And before you realized it, another year disappeared. This is one of the most painful feelings a human being can experience, not because you failed, but because you didn't even try hard enough. Failure hurts, but regret hurts more. Failure teaches you lessons. Regret leaves you with questions. Questions like, what if I had started? What if I had taken the risk? What if I had believed in myself? What if I had just given it one real chance? Those questions echo in your mind because deep down you know something powerful. You know you are capable of more. You know there is a better version of yourself waiting to emerge. You know that the life you're living right now is not the life you truly want. But the problem isn't your potential. The problem is time slipping away while you hesitate. Time is the most valuable thing you will ever possess. More valuable than money. More valuable than opportunities. More valuable than comfort. Because money can be earned again. Opportunities can appear again. But time? Time never comes back. Once a moment passes, it disappears forever. And the harsh truth is this. Every single day, people around the world wake up with big dreams, but go to sleep having done nothing to move closer to them. Not because they are incapable. Not because they lack intelligence. Not because they lack talent. But because they keep telling themselves the same dangerous lie. The lie that says, I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow is the most dangerous word in the human vocabulary. Tomorrow sounds harmless. Tomorrow sounds responsible. Tomorrow sounds reasonable. But tomorrow is where dreams go to die. Because tomorrow rarely arrives the way we imagine it. Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. Next month becomes next year. And suddenly you find yourself standing in the same place, with the same excuses, the same fears, and the same unfulfilled potential. Think about your life for a moment. How many times have you said, I'll start tomorrow? Tomorrow I'll begin exercising. Tomorrow I'll wake up earlier. Tomorrow I'll start learning that skill. Tomorrow I'll work on my dream. Tomorrow I'll take my goals seriously. But tomorrow never had the chance to prove itself. Because when tomorrow arrived, it quietly turned into another today, and today was treated the same way yesterday was treated. Ignored. Wasted. Delayed. And this pattern continues year after year until something wakes you up. Sometimes it's a painful realization. Sometimes it's seeing someone else achieve what you once dreamed of. Sometimes it's looking at your life and realizing that time is moving faster than you ever expected. But eventually, everyone faces a moment of truth. A moment when they realize that if nothing changes, the future will look exactly like the past. And that realization can either break you, or awaken you. Because once you truly understand the value of time, everything changes. Your priorities change. Your habits change. Your mindset changes. Suddenly you stop treating your life casually. You stop wasting hours on meaningless distractions. You stop waiting for motivation. You stop making excuses. And you begin to take responsibility for the direction of your life. The truth is, the life you will live next year is being built by the decisions you make today. Every habit you repeat. Every action you take. Every moment you choose growth over comfort. These small choices quietly shape your destiny. Success doesn't appear overnight. Greatness doesn't happen by accident. Extraordinary lives are built one disciplined day at a time. But most people underestimate the power of small actions. They think success requires giant leaps. They think transformation requires perfect timing. They think progress requires massive bursts of motivation. But that's not how real success works. Real success is built slowly. Quietly. Consistently. It's built when you wake up early even when you're tired. It's built when you work on your goals even when no one is watching. It's built when you choose discipline instead of distraction. Those small decisions might seem insignificant in the moment. But over time, they create unstoppable momentum. Imagine improving just 1% every day. 1% doesn't sound impressive. But over the course of a year, those tiny improvements compound into massive transformation. Your knowledge grows. Your skills improve. Your confidence increases. Your opportunities expand. And suddenly you're living a completely different life than the one you had before. But the opposite is also true. If you waste just a few hours every day, scrolling through social media, watching endless entertainment, complaining about your circumstances, avoiding the work that truly matters, then those wasted hours accumulate into wasted years. Years that could have been spent building something meaningful. Years that could have been spent becoming the person you're capable of becoming. One of the biggest tragedies in life is not failure. The biggest tragedy is wasted potential. It's living a life far below what you're capable of achieving. It's settling for comfort instead of pursuing greatness. It's allowing fear, doubt, and procrastination to quietly steal your future. And the most heartbreaking part is that most people don't realize they're wasting their potential until it's too late. They keep waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect opportunity. The perfect level of confidence. The perfect plan. But the perfect moment doesn't exist. Life will never feel perfectly ready. There will always be uncertainty. There will always be challenges. There will always be risks. Waiting for perfect conditions is just another form of procrastination. Successful people understand something powerful. You don't need perfect conditions. You need courage to start. The beginning will never be perfect. You will make mistakes. You will face obstacles. You will doubt yourself. But every step forward teaches you something valuable. Every challenge makes you stronger. Every mistake brings you closer to mastery. Progress creates clarity. Action creates confidence. Movement creates momentum. But none of that can happen if you remain stuck in hesitation. The truth is, the biggest barrier between you and the life you want is not your circumstances. It's your decision. The decision to stop waiting. The decision to stop wasting time. The decision to stop living below your potential. Because the moment you truly decide that you will not waste another year of your life, something powerful happens. Your mindset shifts. Your focus sharpens. Your standards rise. You begin to treat your time differently. You begin to treat your goals seriously. You begin to understand that your life is not something that just happens to you. Your life is something you create. Every day is an opportunity to move closer to the future you want. Every day is a chance to become a better version of yourself. Every day is a chance to prove to yourself that you are capable of more. But the opportunity of today disappears quickly. And once today becomes yesterday, it can never be reclaimed. So the real question is not whether you have potential. The real question is, What are you going to do with the time you still have? There is a powerful truth that most people avoid facing. Life is not short because of the number of years we live. Life feels short because of the amount of time we waste. Many people live for decades but never truly live with intention. They wake up, follow routines they never questioned, scroll through endless distractions, complain about problems they never try to solve, and slowly watch their dreams fade into distant memories. Days turn into months. Months turn into years. And before they realize it, time has quietly moved forward while they stayed exactly the same. The sad reality is that many people don't wake up to this truth until they are much older. They suddenly look back and ask themselves, where did my life go? Why didn't I chase the things that truly mattered? Why did I spend so much time worrying about things that never mattered? Why did I keep waiting instead of acting? These questions carry a heavy weight. Because when you look back at wasted years, there is no way to reclaim them. But here's the powerful part. You are still here. You are still breathing. You are still capable of making a different decision. You still have time to change your direction. And that means your story is not finished yet. What matters now is what you do next. What matters now is whether you continue repeating the same habits that kept you stuck, or whether you finally choose to move forward. One of the biggest reasons people waste years of their lives is because they depend on something unreliable. Motivation. Motivation feels amazing when it appears. It gives you energy. It fills your mind with exciting visions of success. It makes you believe you can conquer the world. But motivation has one major weakness. It doesn't last. Some days you wake up feeling inspired. Other days you wake up feeling tired, uncertain, and unmotivated. If your progress depends on motivation, then your progress will always be inconsistent. You will work hard for a few days, then stop. You will feel inspired for a few weeks, then lose momentum. You will start strong, then quit quietly. This cycle repeats itself for years in many people's lives. But successful people understand a secret. They don't rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It means waking up early even when your bed feels comfortable. It means working on your goals even when distractions are calling your name. It means staying consistent even when progress feels slow. Discipline is powerful because it removes the emotional debate from your life. Instead of asking yourself, do I feel like doing this today? You simply ask, is this part of my mission? If the answer is yes, you do it. No excuses. No delays. No negotiations. This is the mindset that separates people who dream about success from those who actually achieve it. And once you begin developing discipline, something incredible happens. Your confidence begins to grow. Because every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build trust with yourself. You prove that your words mean something. You prove that you are capable of commitment. You prove that you are becoming someone stronger than the version of you who used to quit easily. Another powerful obstacle that keeps people stuck is something that feels harmless at first. Comfort. Comfort is seductive. Comfort tells you that things are good enough. Comfort convinces you that change can wait. Comfort makes you feel safe. But comfort has a hidden cost. When you stay inside your comfort zone for too long, your growth stops. Your potential remains locked away. Your dreams remain untouched. The comfort zone is like an invisible cage. The door is open, but many people never step outside because they fear the unknown. They fear failure. They fear embarrassment. They fear criticism. But every extraordinary achievement in human history required someone to leave their comfort zone. Every invention. Every successful business. Every inspiring story of transformation. All of them began when someone decided to step into uncertainty. Growth always exists on the other side of discomfort. When you challenge yourself, you expand your abilities. When you face fear, you build courage. When you take risks, you create opportunities. The first step outside your comfort zone is always the hardest. But once you take that step, you begin to realize something powerful. You are capable of far more than you once believed. Think about the people you admire. Athletes, entrepreneurs, leaders, artists. Do you think their journeys were comfortable? Of course not. They faced rejection. They faced criticism. They faced failure. They faced moments where quitting would have been easier than continuing. But they kept going. Because they understood something that many people forget. Temporary discomfort leads to permanent growth. But avoiding discomfort leads to permanent stagnation. And stagnation is dangerous. Because when you stop growing, life starts to feel meaningless. You begin to feel stuck. You begin to feel frustrated. You begin to wonder why others are moving forward while you remain in the same place. The answer is often simple. They chose growth over comfort. Another powerful reason people waste years of their lives is the fear of failure. Failure has a bad reputation. Many people see failure as proof that they are not good enough. They see failure as something embarrassing. They see failure as something that should be avoided at all costs. But this belief is completely backwards. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than you can imagine. Businesses failed. Projects failed. Ideas failed. But each failure taught them something valuable. Each failure made them wiser. Each failure prepared them for the next opportunity. The people who succeed are not the people who avoid failure. They are the people who learn from failure. They understand that mistakes are part of the journey. They understand that growth requires experimentation. They understand that progress requires courage. Imagine if a child refused to walk because they were afraid of falling. They would crawl forever. But children don't think that way. They fall. They stand up again. They fall again. They keep trying until walking becomes natural. Adults often forget this powerful lesson. They become so afraid of falling that they stop trying to walk toward their dreams. But the truth is simple. If you never try, you have already failed. If you never take risks, you have already limited your life. If you never challenge yourself, you will never discover your true potential. Failure is not something to fear. Regret is something to fear. Regret is the painful realization that you had the opportunity to try, but you didn't. Regret is the haunting thought of what could have been. And regret becomes heavier with time. The older you get, the more you begin to understand the value of courage. You begin to understand that the people who lived the most meaningful lives were not the people who played it safe. They were the people who dared to try. They were the people who chased their dreams despite uncertainty. They were the people who refused to waste their lives waiting for permission. And that brings us to a powerful realization. No one is coming to rescue you. No one is coming to build your dream for you. No one is responsible for your future except you. This realization might sound harsh. But it is actually incredibly empowering. Because if you are responsible for your life, that means you also have the power to change it. You have the power to choose better habits. You have the power to learn new skills. You have the power to transform your mindset. You have the power to design a life that excites you. But power without action means nothing. Knowing what to do is not enough. Thinking about change is not enough. Planning your future is not enough. At some point, you must act. You must begin moving forward even when the path is unclear. You must start building the life you want one step at a time. Because progress creates momentum. Momentum creates confidence. Confidence creates new opportunities. And opportunities lead to transformation. 1 year from now, your life could look completely different. You could be stronger, healthier, more skilled, more confident, more successful. But that future will only exist if you begin working toward it today. Your future self is waiting for you to make a decision. A decision to stop wasting time. A decision to stop delaying your dreams. A decision to become the person you know you are capable of becoming. And the moment you make that decision, everything begins to change. Because the truth is simple. You cannot change the past. But you can absolutely change the direction of your future. And that journey begins with a single powerful commitment. You will not waste another year of your life. If you truly want to change your life, you must understand one powerful truth. Your life is shaped by your daily habits. Not by your dreams. Not by your intentions. Not by your occasional bursts of motivation. But by the small actions you repeat every single day. Habits are powerful because they operate quietly in the background of your life. You don't notice them most of the time. But they slowly build the person you become. If your habits are weak, your life becomes weak. If your habits are strong, your life becomes strong. Think about this for a moment. If someone spends 3 hours every day learning a valuable skill, reading, exercising, or building something meaningful, where will that person be in 1 year? They will be stronger, smarter, more capable, more confident, more prepared for opportunities. Now imagine someone who spends those same 3 hours every day scrolling endlessly through social media, watching random videos, and avoiding meaningful work. Where will that person be in 1 year? Exactly where they started. Maybe even further behind. The difference between these two lives is not intelligence. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's habits. Habits determine whether you move forward or stay stuck. This is why successful people guard their time carefully. They understand that every hour matters. They understand that time is their greatest asset. They treat their time the way a wise investor treats money. They invest it wisely. They spend it intentionally. They refuse to waste it on things that bring no value. But most people do the opposite. They treat time as if it is unlimited. They wake up without a clear purpose. They spend their mornings in distraction. They postpone important tasks. They delay meaningful progress. And then they wonder why their life isn't changing. But change doesn't happen randomly. Change happens through consistent effort. If you want to transform your future, you must transform your daily routine. Start asking yourself powerful questions every day. What did I learn today? What did I create today? What did I improve today? How did I move closer to my goals today? If you cannot answer these questions honestly, then you know something needs to change. Another major enemy of progress is something that seems harmless at first. Distraction. We are living in the most distracted time in human history. Never before have people had so many sources of entertainment, information, and noise competing for their attention. Your phone vibrates. Notifications appear. Social media updates. Endless videos. Constant messages. All designed to capture your attention for as long as possible. The problem is not technology itself. Technology can be powerful. It can help you learn, connect, and build incredible things. But when you allow technology to control your attention, it steals the most valuable resource you have. Your focus. Focus is the gateway to achievement. Without focus, your energy becomes scattered. Without focus, your progress becomes slow. Without focus, your goals remain distant. Successful people protect their focus fiercely. They eliminate distractions. They create environments that support productivity. They set clear priorities. And most importantly, they understand the difference between being busy and being productive. Being busy means filling your day with activity. Being productive means moving closer to meaningful goals. Many people spend their entire lives being busy without ever becoming productive. They respond to messages. They attend meetings. They scroll through content. They multitask constantly. But at the end of the day, nothing meaningful has been built. Nothing important has moved forward. Real productivity requires intention. It requires clarity. It requires discipline. You must decide what truly matters in your life. What goals are worth your time? What skills are worth your energy? What dreams are worth your effort? Once you identify those priorities, you must give them your full attention. Not occasionally. Not when it's convenient. But consistently. Another powerful truth about time is this. Everyone has the same 24 hours. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is not the amount of time they have. It's how they use it. Some people spend their hours complaining. Others spend their hours creating. Some people spend their hours blaming circumstances. Others spend their hours solving problems. Some people spend their hours waiting for opportunities. Others spend their hours building opportunities. Time does not discriminate. It moves forward for everyone equally. But what you do with that time determines the quality of your life. If you invest your time in growth, your life will expand. If you waste your time in distraction, your life will stagnate. This is why it is so important to develop awareness. Pay attention to where your time goes. Track your habits. Observe your routines. Be honest with yourself. If you notice patterns that are stealing your progress, have the courage to change them. Remember, transformation does not happen overnight. But it does happen through consistent effort. Every day you choose discipline over distraction, you build momentum. Every day you choose growth over comfort, you strengthen your character. Every day you choose action over excuses, you move closer to the life you want. Momentum is powerful. Once you start moving forward consistently, progress begins to accelerate. Your skills improve faster. Your confidence grows stronger. Your opportunities expand wider. And suddenly the things that once felt impossible begin to feel achievable. But momentum only begins when you start. Many people spend years thinking about change without ever taking the first step. They analyze endlessly. They plan endlessly. They wait endlessly. But progress belongs to those who act. Action creates clarity. Action creates learning. Action creates growth. Even imperfect action is better than perfect hesitation. Because hesitation keeps you stuck. Action moves you forward. 1 year from now, you will either look back with pride, or with regret. You will either be grateful that you started working toward your goals. Or you will wish you had started sooner. The difference between those two futures is the decision you make today. You cannot change yesterday. But you can absolutely change the direction of tomorrow. And the most powerful way to do that is by controlling what you do today. Today is your opportunity. Today is your moment. Today is your chance to begin building the life you want. Not someday. Not eventually. Not when conditions feel perfect. But right now. Because the future is not something that simply happens. The future is something you create through daily action. And if you truly commit to using your time wisely, something incredible will begin to happen. Your life will start moving forward. Slowly at first. Then steadily. Then powerfully. And before you know it, you will look back and realize that the year you once feared wasting, became the year that changed everything. If you truly want to make this year count, you must understand one undeniable truth. Your mindset is everything. Every achievement, every failure, every obstacle you face is filtered through the lens of your mind. If you believe you can, you'll find a way. If you believe you can't, you'll find excuses. Most people sabotage themselves before they even try. They let doubt creep into their thoughts like a quiet thief, stealing confidence, stealing courage, and stealing potential. They say things like, "I'm not ready. I don't have enough time. I'm not smart enough. I'm not strong enough." But those words are lies. Not because they're untrue for some people, but because they are excuses you tell yourself to avoid discomfort. Every successful person you admire faced doubt. Every person who changed their life had moments of fear and uncertainty. The difference between them and the people who quit is simple. They acted anyway. They didn't wait for confidence. They didn't wait for courage to appear magically. They didn't wait for conditions to be perfect. They acted, and in the act of taking action, confidence was born. Courage was forged. Momentum was created. This is why your self-belief matters more than talent. More than opportunity. More than resources. Because the truth is, you already have everything you need to begin. You don't need permission. You don't need approval. You don't need a guarantee of success. You just need a decision. A decision that says, "I will not waste another year of my life. I will take control. I will move forward. I will become the person I know I am capable of becoming." Turning pain into fuel. Many people spend years running from pain. From rejection. From failure. From disappointment. But pain is not your enemy. Pain is a signal. It's a teacher. It's fuel. Every successful person has turned their pain into power. Every obstacle they faced became the raw material for growth. Every challenge became an opportunity to build resilience. Think about the most inspiring people in the world. The athletes who overcame injuries. The entrepreneurs who lost everything before building empires. The leaders who were ridiculed before achieving greatness. They didn't let pain break them. They let pain motivate them. And you can do the same. Instead of letting regret, fear, or failure stop you, use it. Let it ignite a fire inside you. Let it push you to work harder, dream bigger, and take action today. Because time waits for no one. And the longer you let fear or doubt control your actions, the more life slips through your fingers. The importance of focus. If you want to achieve extraordinary results, you must focus. Not multitask. Not dabble. Not scatter your energy. Focus is the superpower of successful people. When you focus, you amplify your efforts. You work smarter. You see results faster. You move forward without being distracted by every shiny thing that comes your way. Focus requires clarity. You must know exactly what you want. You must know why it matters. You must know which actions will move the needle forward. Every distraction you allow steals your time. Every excuse you make steals your progress. Every day without focus is another day of wasted potential. Remember this: you cannot do everything. You cannot please everyone. You cannot chase every opportunity. But you can master yourself. You can master your focus. And when you do, you will accomplish more in 1 year than most people accomplish in a lifetime. Take massive action. Dreams alone are worthless. Plans alone are useless. Motivation alone is fleeting. Action is everything. Not small, half-hearted action. Not occasional bursts of energy. But massive, relentless, consistent action. Action builds momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Confidence builds results. Results build opportunities. Many people wait for the perfect time. They wait for the perfect strategy. They wait for the perfect moment. But here's the truth: the perfect time doesn't exist. The perfect moment is a myth. The only time that matters is now. Start where you are. Start with what you have. Start today. Even the smallest action, repeated daily, compounds into massive results. Your life, your responsibility. No one else is responsible for your life. No one else will chase your dreams for you. No one else will build the future you want. Your parents won't do it. Your friends won't do it. Your boss won't do it. You are the only person who can create the life you desire. And it begins with a decision. A commitment. A refusal to waste another year of your life. It begins with the recognition that your time is precious. That every day matters. That every choice matters. Stop blaming circumstances. Stop waiting for permission. Stop listening to excuses. Take ownership. Take action. Take control. Imagine 1 year from now. Picture yourself exactly 1 year from today. Will you be standing in the same place? Looking back at another year wasted? Feeling frustrated, disappointed, and regretful? Or will you be standing taller? Smarter, stronger, more confident. Closer to your dreams. Proud of the work you did, the discipline you built, and the courage you showed. That future is possible. But it requires action today. It requires consistency. It requires focus. It requires discipline. It requires courage. It requires refusing to waste another day. The choice is yours. Now that you understand the importance of focus, discipline, and massive action, it's time to explore another critical element of success: mastering your emotions. Your mind is powerful, but it is also fragile. It can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. Too often, people allow emotions to control their decisions. Fear, doubt, anxiety, and frustration become barriers that prevent progress. When this happens, even the most talented person can get stuck. But here's the truth: emotions are not your enemy. They are signals. They tell you what matters, what scares you, and where you need to grow. Successful people don't eliminate emotions, they manage them. They feel fear but act anyway. They feel doubt but keep moving. They feel pain but let it fuel their determination. Think about it. Every achievement worth having requires stepping into discomfort. It requires enduring moments when your mind screams at you to quit. It requires continuing when your body is tired and your soul is afraid. And that's exactly where most people fail. They allow temporary feelings to dictate permanent decisions. But mastery of emotions is freedom. When you learn to control your reactions, to channel your feelings into productive energy, you unlock limitless potential. You stop being a prisoner of circumstance and start being the architect of your own destiny. The power of persistence. There is one quality that separates the successful from the unsuccessful more than talent, intelligence, or luck. That quality is persistence. Persistence is simple but rare. It's the decision to keep going, day after day, even when the results seem invisible. It's the willingness to push forward when no one believes in you. It's the refusal to quit when obstacles appear. Most people give up right before the breakthrough. They quit when progress feels slow. They quit when life feels hard. They quit when results aren't immediate. But the truth is, the next step could be the step that changes everything. The next action could be the one that creates momentum. The next decision could be the one that leads to success. Persistence is the bridge between dreams and reality. Without it, talent, knowledge, and opportunity mean nothing. Becoming a person of action. We've talked about discipline, focus, and persistence. Now it's time to bring them together into the single most important trait of high achievers: action. Action is the antidote to regret. Action is the weapon against procrastination. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's not enough to think, plan, or hope. You must act. Take small steps consistently. Take imperfect steps. Take bold steps. Because action creates clarity. Action creates learning. Action creates results. Even failure becomes useful when you act, because each failure carries lessons that guide you closer to your goal. The person who never acts has nothing. The person who acts, even imperfectly, always has something. Remember, every great achievement in human history started with a single act of courage. Turning dreams into reality. You might have dreams that feel distant, almost impossible. Maybe you've told yourself, I could never do that. That's too big. That's for someone else, not me. Stop. Those thoughts are lies. They are excuses that keep you small. They are barriers that prevent you from taking the first step. Your dreams are possible. They are achievable. But they require more than wishing, they require work. Start today. Start now. Take one step. Then another. Then another. Small steps repeated daily compound into massive results over time. Every skill you learn, every connection you make, every effort you put in builds momentum. Before you know it, your dreams will no longer be dreams. They will be your reality. The importance of your environment. Your environment shapes you. The people you surround yourself with, the information you consume, the places you spend your time, all of it impacts your mindset and your results. Successful people choose their environment carefully. They avoid negative influences. They seek mentors, role models, and people who challenge them to grow. They surround themselves with positivity, inspiration, and knowledge. If you want to stop wasting another year, you must audit your environment. Ask yourself, who am I spending most of my time with? What am I reading, watching, or listening to daily? Does my environment push me forward or hold me back? The answers will reveal whether your surroundings are helping you grow, or keeping you stuck. Time is the ultimate teacher. You can always earn money back. You can always repair relationships. You can always recover from mistakes. But you cannot get time back. Every day, you are investing hours into your life. Every day, you are shaping the person you will become. What you do today determines your tomorrow. What you ignore today becomes your regret tomorrow. What you embrace today becomes your strength tomorrow. This is why taking control now is critical. Your decisions, your habits, your mindset, all of it matters. 1 year from today. Picture this, 1 year from now. Will you be living with regret? Will you be wishing you had started sooner? Will you be looking back at another year lost to excuses, fear, and procrastination? Or will you be proud? Will you be stronger? Will you have accomplished what you once thought impossible? Will you be living a life closer to your dreams? That future depends entirely on what you do today. It's not about luck. It's not about talent. It's about decision, discipline, and action. You have the power to make this year different. You have the power to stop wasting time. You have the power to chase your dreams relentlessly. And it begins with one choice. I will not waste another year of my life. Now, let's bring everything together and close this speech with the ultimate truth. Life is happening right now. Not yesterday. Not tomorrow. Now. Every second that passes is gone forever. Every moment wasted is a moment you will never get back. The world doesn't wait for you. Opportunities don't wait for you. Time doesn't wait for you. And the harsh truth is this. Your life will never change until you decide to change it. The epic call to action. If you want a different life, you must act differently. If you want results, you must work differently. If you want success, you must think differently. It all starts with one simple decision. You will not waste another year of your life. Say it to yourself right now. I will not waste another year of my life. Say it with conviction. Say it with power. Say it until your mind believes it. Once you make that decision, you create a spark. A spark that will ignite momentum. A spark that will guide every choice you make. A spark that will push you forward even when life gets hard. Visualize your best year. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture your life 1 year from today if you commit fully. See yourself waking up early. See yourself working on your goals every day. See yourself building habits that make you stronger, smarter, and more confident. See yourself overcoming obstacles that once stopped you. See yourself achieving what you once thought impossible. See yourself standing taller, proud of the person you have become. Feel the confidence. Feel the joy. Feel the sense of accomplishment. That is the life you can create. It starts with a single choice. A single decision. A single action. Stop wasting time on excuses. Excuses are cheap. They cost nothing. But they steal everything that matters. I don't have time. I'm not ready yet. I'm too tired. All lies. If you truly want to change, you will find a way. You will figure it out. You will push through. You will act. Excuses only exist when you allow them to exist. Take full responsibility for your life. Stop blaming circumstances. Stop waiting for permission. Stop letting fear control your actions. Embrace growth and discomfort. Growth is uncomfortable. Discomfort is inevitable. Fear is natural. But greatness only comes when you move through these feelings instead of avoiding them. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow. Every obstacle you overcome is a building block for your future. Every setback is a lesson, preparing you for the next level. Do not shrink from difficulty. Do not hide from fear. Do not run from pain. Use it. Channel it. Let it fuel your determination to become unstoppable. The power of persistence. Remember, persistence beats talent when talent fails to persist. Persistence beats luck when luck fades. Persistence beats opportunity when opportunity hesitates. Be relentless. Be unstoppable. Be a force that refuses to quit. Even when progress feels slow. Even when results are not immediate. Even when the world doubts you. Keep moving. Keep acting. Keep building. Your legacy starts today. Think about the life you want. Think about the person you want to become. Think about the legacy you want to leave. Your legacy is not about wealth. It's not about recognition. It's not about praise. Your legacy is about how you lived, how you acted, and what you created. Do you want to be remembered as someone who waited? Someone who hesitated? Someone who let life pass them by? Or do you want to be remembered as someone who took control, who acted decisively, who chased their dreams relentlessly, who became unstoppable? The final truth. Your time is finite. Your potential is limitless. Your future is waiting. Every year you waste is a gift thrown away. Every day you delay is a chance you will never get back. Every moment you hesitate is an opportunity lost. But there is hope. Because you are still here. Because you are still breathing. Because you still have the power to act. Decide today. Decide now. Don't waste another year of your life. Take control. Embrace growth. Face fear. Persist relentlessly. Act consistently. Start building the life you've always dreamed of. Start becoming the person you were meant to be. A year from now, you will either look back with pride or with regret. The choice is yours. Make this year the one that changes everything. Make this year the year you stop waiting. Make this year the year you finally rise. Your life is in your hands. Your time is now. Don't waste another year.